What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So we finally got a new transaction. The free agency period has been so dead and quiet, but Bradley Beal has finally got bought out and he is joining the Los Angeles Clippers just like we all anticipated. So just like Damian Lillard, Bradley Beal gets bought out. His contract gets stretched over 5 years. The Suns now have better financial flexibility, just like the Bucks got Miles Turner. And now we're left with the Clippers having Bradley Beal and maybe even Chris Paul here soon as well, although that's not official as we're recording this. So let's go ahead and jump in and I guess do a Bradley Beal Clippers rebuild, but we'll also probably title this the new look Clippers rebuild. So let's go ahead and jump in and get into this Clippers rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 50,000 subs. If you want to help us reach that goal, that would be amazing. As I mentioned, we're rebuilding the Clippers, or aka the Unk Squad, because man is this team old, but they're fun, I would say. They're a fun team going to the West next year. It'll be kind of interesting to see how they do. And also, I will just say, I am just going to go ahead and put Chris Paul on this team as well in this rebuild, because it seems like that's eventually going to be the case, and I'm just tired of waiting. And that's kind of why I've avoided doing a Clippers rebuild for so long, because these two things were rumored, and at least we got one of them to happen. So we can only assume that the other one's going to happen fairly soon on top of that. So yeah, Bradley Beal, Chris Paul, Brook Lopez, John Collins. That's some of the new additions for the Clippers this offseason. They're a fun team going into next year. They probably have like a 2-year window at most with this team. So yeah, it'll be kind of interesting to see if we're able to win a championship right away. Does Bradley Beal and Chris Paul, do they change the Clippers' fortunes? We kind of know that the Clippers, for the most part, have been an old team. So let's just see what it's about to look like. As you can see, regression is everywhere. James Harden is down to an 88, 87 Zubac, 84 John Collins, 82 Bradley Beal, 81 Brook Lopez. Yeah, the Clippers, they trade Norman Powell, and this, everyone kind of speculated on whether or not that meant Beal was coming to LA, and I guess we got our answer because he did finally sign there. Yeah, Bogdan going down. You do have Kobe Brown going up, and yeah, Batum also going down, Cam Christie. They did draft Yannick with the 30th overall pick, so we'll see if he eventually plays a role, but this is kind of what it's looking like. So without further ado, let's go into year one. Let's look at this rotation. As I mentioned, this team probably has 2 years at the most to win anything, and then who the hell knows what the Clippers will truly be like after that, because they have gone all in on almost every single thing imaginable, and they've done their thing. Like, they've tried. I got to give Steve Ballmer credit. I think we all do. Like, at least he's tried, right? But eventually it's going to fizzle out, and this team is going to be very weird to look at, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So here is a rotation going into year number one. Our proficiency is currently, well, I guess we'll move it to a 4-star balance, but this is what it would look like. So you have James Harden, Bradley Beal. I guess Beal's, or no, it's small 4 that no one's listed there. Is Kawhi at the 4? Or I guess Kawhi's probably listed at... He is. I need to fix that. So remind me to fix that. I don't know why I need any of you guys to remind me, but I'll try to remember to fix that. So James Harden, Bradley Beal, Kawhi Leonard, John Collins, and Zubac. I think that's a safe to assume starting 5 for next year, with Brook Lopez, assuming Chris Paul signs there. He's come off the bench. Derek Jones, Chris Dunn, and Bogdan Bogdanovic. And I assume Batum will get some minutes here and there as well. But for now, this is the 10-man rotation we will run. And let's look at the shot tendencies. So Kawhi's is an 85. I'll push this up to a 90. James Harden is... I guess we'll keep it at like a 73, and Bradley Beal's is a, pretty high shot tendency as well. So we'll go something like that. Hopefully Bradley Beal can be better. He has a player option next year, so there's a chance that Bradley Beal is only here for 1 year. So like I said, we really have to look at this team right now and appreciate it, because this team is going to probably look totally different next year, because James Harden has a player option, Bradley Beal has a player option. So this is kind of a 1-year window, 1 or 2 years, like 2 years max, but 1 year would be my expectation, honestly. So without further ado, let's simulate year one under Tyronn Lue, and let's see if this team is very good in the 2K simulation, and let's see if this team has what it takes to go win a championship, because man, are they running out of time with the Kawhi Leonard window. So at the end of year number one, Luka Doncic wins MVP. Cooper Flagg is your rookie of the year in Dallas. Then we got Isaiah Collier, 6-man, Wemby's your depoy, Keita's your most improved, and Shea's your clutch player. Mike Brown, coach of the year, and Joel House is your executive. So as you can see, things went fairly well. 58 and 24. The team was actually really good in the 2K sim, so they seem to like this team. All-NBA second team for James Harden right away, which is lovely to see. No Kawhi Leonard, I don't believe, so just James Harden representing, which is fine. Offensive first team and all defensive second team, so no all defensive teams either. And we end up as the second seed in the West. So how far will we go? That remains to be seen. We got New Orleans, San Antonio, Houston, and Phoenix. I would love to avoid the Spurs in round 1 if possible, because they're always the team that scares me with Wemby on there. But here is your stats. You had 23 from Kawhi, 20 and 10 from James Harden, 17 from Bradley Beal, 13 from John Collins, 11 and 9 from Zubac, 8 and 3 from Brook Lopez, 7 and 6 from Chris Paul, and then 7 from Derrick Jones, 7 from Bogdan, and 4.5 from Chris Dunn. So not bad. This is kind of what I would expect Bradley Beal to be and like Chris Paul to be in their roles here in LA. So it's kind of cool to see them playing contributing roles here. Bradley Beal was way better in Phoenix than well, I mean, I don't know. Phoenix was just kind of a mess in general, but he still put up very similar stats. So let's see how this is about to go. And we are facing the Spurs, as that was the team I was kind of like afraid to play, but we do get them in round 1. So Zubac and Brook Lopez, I need you guys to be elite if possible against Wembanyama. So let's see how this is about to go. Game 1 goes to us. That's a good start. 45 from Kawhi against his former team. Game 2 is going to go to them, so they get one on our home floor. So now we got a big game 3, and I would love to avoid going down, 2-1 to the Spurs if possible. Get one on the road would be nice. Get that done, and maybe at the very least go back to LA even. So we're up 2-1. So at least we can go back even, but I would love to go up 3-1 here. That'd be even better. So let's see. They still want to give Derrick Jones Jr. more minutes. And it is going to be a close game, but ultimately it does swing in their direction. Okay, big game 5 at home in LA. I mean, the Clippers, as we all aware, lost in 7 to the Nuggets last year. So it's very possible that this goes deep again in 7. I remember the last time the Spurs and the Clippers, I believe, played in the first round. I think Chris Paul had a game 7 winner, but that was so long ago. They may have even played since then, but I remember that series specifically. So we did go up 3-2. We do have a golden opportunity to close it out right now, and I think we might do so. We do. 120-115, so just like that, we get to play the Oklahoma City Thunder, which would honestly be kind of an entertaining series because we're all aware the history between these two teams. They turned the Paul George trade into a championship contender. They won a championship. The Clippers have been trying to win since then. We have our opportunity to do it now. Well, we're about to find out. The Thunder are going to be an ultimate test. So game 1 is going to go to us. Beat them 127-106. Good start. Dallas is also eliminated, which is a great sign. So that would be cool if we're able to beat the Thunder. But they do even it up. And they're going to go up 2-1. So we need a big win in game 4. Let's see if we can't make that happen. Game 4 on the road. We're not even close in this one. We're getting absolutely blown to smithereens. So we're done for there, which is unfortunate. So I guess let's buckle in for game 5. We have to win 3 in a row. The odds of that happening, I assume, are very slim, but hey, you never know, I guess. The Thunder, one of those teams that are disrespecting the 2K sim, and you guys will probably see that maybe this weekend, because I did, funny enough, record a Thunder rebuild this morning, but that probably won't be seen now until Friday or Saturday, and it was recorded before the Beal thing, so yeah. But let's see if we can win another one and force a game 7. We've been on their tails the whole time, but I think they're going to hang on to the lead. So we're going to lose in 6, unfortunately, in the second round. So we got Oklahoma City back in the finals, and they do beat the Hawks in 4 games. So back-to-back championships for the Thunder. Chris Paul is going to call it, which makes sense, I think. And then Batum, Brook Lopez also calling it a career. So we're losing some of the Unk squad, man. We really are. And then LeBron, Kyle Lowry, Al Horford, a lot of the big names retiring. Russell Westbrook in the Clippers or Cavaliers jersey. Let's go to draft lottery. And I don't know if we have a pick swap this year with the Thunder or not, but I guess we'll see. So the Thunder, I don't even think they're supposed to have that pick, but we do get, no. It looks like our pick just straight up goes to the Thunder this offseason. So I need to fix that Philadelphia pick, because I'm pretty sure it's like top 4 protected in real life, or top 3 or something like that. Lou is going to remain the head coach, and we're going to head to draft night, fix the Thunder having the 2nd overall pick, and then I'm going to dive into this very interesting offseason we're about to have, because there's a lot of different things, a lot of different ways this offseason could go, to be honest. So no draft pick to speak of as far as, the Clippers are concerned. So let's just go straight to player options. And Harden's going to decline. Bradley Beal is going to decline, which obviously makes sense. He did have a good season, so maybe he's looking to get a pay grade. I doubt he gives us his bird right, so the odds of us being able to resign Bradley Beal are going to be slim here. Chris Dunn, Bogdan Bogdanovic, and Kobe Brown. So I guess we'll go ahead and accept Kobe Brown, but we'll probably let Bogdan and Chris Dunn walk. And then Patrick Baldwin's he was a free agent from a 2-way contract. And then for free agency, we have James Harden. We have John Collins, who I wasn't even paying attention to how he did, but 30-6, I mean, not bad. He actually played fairly well. How many threes did he attempt a game? I mean, it's like he shot a decent amount last season. So John Collins looks like a must resign to me based off what we've seen there. So I do think I want to run it back with Harden and Kawhi again for one last final stint. But man, I don't know if I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough, I will say. Kawhi's, we could move into a different direction though entirely and just let these guys go. And I don't know, it's weird. Like, I just don't know where the Clippers are going to take this team. And I think we can all kind of agree it's going to be interesting to see what they do. We also could, funny enough, go sign like Luka Doncic or something. So we could just go crazy like that. But realistically, that's not going to happen. So I think the best thing we could possibly do is just re-sign James Harden to a one-year deal. Similar thing. So we're going to give James Harden a one-year deal. And we'll give John Collins a, I guess, 3-year deal. I mean, he was really good for us. So might as well bring him back. And then we can bring these guys back on one-year deals as well and just try to run it back again at this point. So we'll bring these guys back. We'll bring Chris Dunn back on a one-year deal. So yeah, it's basically going to be just running it one more time. And with no Bradley Beal, unfortunately, I would love to bring him back, but I kind of knew that wasn't going to be an option. I don't even know what he's asking for now. So let's see where he's at, or did he get signed? He's asked for $25 million. Would it let us sign him to that? Yeah, so the most we can give him is $6 million, which I doubt he's ever going to sign. So let's look at our rotation then. Harden, you have Chris Dunn, Bogdan, so Kawhi, you have John Collins, Derek Jones, Kobe Brown. I mean, Kobe Brown's probably gonna have to play next year, and then Giannis is probably gonna have to play next year as well. So we're gonna take it to day 12 and see if there's anybody else we can sign. Like, is there an off chance that Beal would sign? I doubt it, but we can at least give it a shot and see if he would. Chris Paul is gone, Brook Lopez is gone. This is probably gonna be the final ride, no matter what happens here. So Beal, would you sign a 1-year? I mean, he might actually. Oh, he might consider that. Wow, I did not expect him to consider that. So he is. Well, okay, we'll take it. So Bradley Beal is going to come back. 83 overall still. Bogdan's down to 75. Cam Christie's starting to develop nicely. Kobe Brown, like I said, is going to probably play this year. So this is the final ride, man. If this doesn't work, then we move in a whole different direction, which, funny enough, everyone is going to be a free agent next year. I'm pretty sure we don't even have a single... We might have one player, but pretty much everybody is going to be a free agent. So we'll have like the most amount of cap space you could possibly imagine, which is going to be interesting to play around with. But I need to double check that. I think like maybe Kobe Brown is a team option, but Zubac I think is actually under contract too. But pretty much everyone else is just going to be walking in free agency, and we'll probably be signing a new free agent. I don't think we'll be running it back with this same team again. So this is what it's looking like. This time we don't have Chris Paul or Brook Lopez. I mean, the team was fairly good last year, but we'll just kind of have to see how it's going to go this time around. So Zubac or Derek, wow, they have Derek Jones starting, I just noticed. But I think I'm going to put Kobe Brown. Actually, he goes down, funny enough. Derek Jones can go to the 3 then, I guess. So that moves John Collins back in the starting 5, which is great. So James Harden, Beal, Kawhi, Collins, Zubac, Derek Jones, Chris Dunn, Kobe Brown, and Giannis is going to be rotation. And just to double check what I've been talking about, look at that. We literally only have John Collins and Zubac as free agents next year. And then you have Giannis and Cam Christie team options as well. So everybody is gone. So this is officially a final ride. Let's see how it's about to go. So Victor Wembanyama wins MVP. AJ DeBanzo's Rookie of the Year in Philadelphia, of course, after they got their pick back. Cameron Boozer's 6-man. Wemby's your D point, and Edge comes your most improved, and Steph is your clutch player, and Tyronn Lue is your coach of the year at 58 and 24. So once again, another very good season, very similar to last year. So we do get James Harden making All-NBA first team again, so he's continuing to play well, which is great. Here's your All-NBA third team, All-Defensive first team, and All-Defensive second team. All-Rookie first team and All-Rookie second team. So we end up as the first in the West, funny enough, this year. So we got to the second round last year. We'll see if we go further this time around. So we had 20 from Bradley Beal, 23 from Kawhi, and 27 from James Harden, 11 and 9 from Zubac, 9 from Derek Jones, 6 from Kobe Brown, 6 from Giannis, and 4 from Chris Dunn. So without further ado, let's see how far we're about to go in these playoffs. I might even shrink the bench utilization down just a little bit too. So let's push this down to like 50, and we'll go with that. All right, round 1 matchup will be the Rockets, which was one of the winners of the offseason. Fred VanVleet's now the new president, and the former one's on here too with CJ McCollum. Funny enough, everyone thinks he ruined the CBA. I'm just gonna say it right now, low key, a hot take. I think I actually kind of like the new CBA. Am I crazy for thinking that? I think it's kind of cool. I don't know. I could be wrong in thinking that. It probably hasn't affected my team. That's why I don't hate it yet. But maybe in the future I will. It's an even series now. Game 3 goes to the Rockets. Game 4 goes to us. So yeah, this is, we're also playing James Harden, former team here, not to mention. So I thought they were about to put Derek Jones in over John Collins, but we're going to big game 5 against the Rockets. I mean, The Rockets are a good team, so I'm not surprised they're pushing us to the limit right now, but it would suck to get, go home in round 1. Like I said, this is basically the final ride here. Steve Ballmer is just on his knees begging for some kind of success, man. Like, he wants to see this team at least make the damn finals. I don't even think he's seen, well, the bubble that made it to the conference finals, but outside of that, man, Ballmer has not had his success pay off, or what he's done. So we don't have to play Dallas either, which is nice. So Minnesota or Phoenix. Give me Phoenix, man. I'd love to play Phoenix. Let's see. It is Timberwolves, though. Okay, so LA, Minnesota. Thunder beat us last year. We don't have to deal with them this time. It's at the Timberwolves. So, all right, here we go. Game 1 is going to go to us, 126 to 108. Good start. Can we keep the momentum up? Yes, we can. Are we about to punch our ticket to the conference finals, or are the Timberwolves going to tie this series? Well, we're going to Minnesota. If we can find a way to go up 3-1 here, that would be big time. We do have a nice lead right now, and I think it might be safe to say that we are indeed going to go up 3-1, and now I could play San Antonio or Dallas potentially. Well, hold on. Let's not count our eggs yet. We did beat the Spurs last year, so we got to beat the Timberwolves, though, first in Game 5. Let's say that, or Game 6, or whatever. Let's just avoid going to a damn Game 7. Just win in 5 or win in 6, please. 5 would be better, preferred, but let's see if they are going to push us to the limit. And it is a close game, and they barely squeak it out. Okay, well, we're going back to Minnesota. You know what? In fact, we're actually going to go ahead and hit an 8-man rotation here because I'm not in the mood to go to a Game 7 if I don't have to. So come on, man. We didn't go up 3-1 for no reason. Please win this game right now, and we will, I think, win it. Yes, we will. 132-109. I'm getting cold again, man. I got to keep turning off my fan and turn it on because it gets hot in this room and then it gets cold in this room. I don't know how to balance it out, but we get to play the Spurs. That's all besides this point. Funny enough, they added another guard. They don't have Fox anymore, though, I guess. So Trae Young does finally make his way to the Spurs. Those were early rumors before they got Fox, obviously. But okay, here we go. We could continue running. I'm going to go back to a 9-man rotation, at least for Game 1. So big Game 1 here. Let's set the tone. And we do go 1-0. We beat them last year, like I said. Will we do it again, though? I don't know. They even it up. So I think that's exactly how it started last year with them. Let's see if we can't win Game 3, potentially. And we will have a close game, but they're going to hold on to it, I think. Oh, wow. We forced overtime and took it away from them. Damn. I don't know how they'd let that happen, but it did happen. So we're going to a Game 4. We may have took the momentum away from them after stealing that game, but they could come back and win Game 4 and tie this series. So let's see. Had the lead most of the game. Can we hang on to it? Finally get Ballmer to, okay, 1 point. We're up 3-1. Steve Ballmer might finally see it pay off, man. Can we pay it off and get to the finals? I mean, this is just the best position that Ballmer could have ever asked for at this point. So please make it happen for him. The man has given up a lot to make this happen. He built him a new stadium and everything. And we are going to win Game 5 and get to the NBA Finals. We're going to play Toronto or Chicago. And thankfully, Chicago doesn't have Luka, but they did have Mikal Bridges. And then Toronto is just a weird team, but they did add Hardenstein. So who do we get? It will be the Raptors. So do the Raptors break our hearts? I mean, Kawhi gets to play the former team that he won a championship with a long time ago. So this is going to be interesting. Here we go. Game 1 goes to Toronto. They beat us by 1. Okay, I'm going to simcast Game 2 because if we win both game or lose both games at home, we are in deep trouble. So let's see if we can't win Game 2, please. It's looking good right now, and we will win. So like I said, this is an opportunity we cannot waste. We need to win at this very moment. If we can win here, this whole video works out and for the best because I don't think there won't be a need to build like a whole brand new team. We could probably just route in the sunset with these guys and call it good. So we're up 2-1. We're in prime position to go up 3-1 and bring Ballmer a championship, man. We can make it happen. I know we can. Just got to go up 3-1, man. Just got to win. Put ourselves in prime position. Toronto's trying to even the series. I like where we're at right now. Can we hang on? It's looking good. It's looking good. And we are indeed going to beat the Raptors 3-1. Okay. One more game for glory. Let's get Steve Ballmer his ring. One other thing I need to look at is autosave is off. Let's turn that on just in case we jump in. Okay. Here we go. Game 5 in LA. Let's celebrate in front of our home fans. This is a big one. We're blowing them out right now. It's looking good. Just don't blow this lead. We are in prime position to get Ballmer what he's paid for all these years. Let's jump in. This video deserves a championship celebration victory. Ballmer, I know you're not in 2K, I don't think, but man, would it be cool if you're able to come out. But look at this crowd, man. They finally are seeing it all pay off. Just think of years ago, remember when they made the trade at like whatever 3 in the morning, the Clippers got Paul George and then Kawhi Leonard signs. It's all built towards this, man. Like they're still hanging on to that Kawhi Leonard by a thread at this point, and it has finally paid off in a 2K virtual reality, simulation or whatever. I mean, this isn't VR, so I don't know why I called it that, but still, this isn't real life. But it feels like it. No, it's not. Okay, Steve Ballmer, you got yourself your championship, man. It has finally paid off with Bradley Beal still on the team too. So this is some beautiful stuff that I'm glad to be able to get it done. I don't want to end it on that because it was only 2 seasons, but that is basically our ending right there. I'm going to say that right now. So I wish Ballmer's, was able to show up and start celebrating with his team because I know he'd be going crazy right now. But Bradley Beal is going to be able to hoist the Larry O'Brien. This whole Clippers team is just so excited. And like I said, man, this was the final ride. I didn't know what we were going to do with this team once it was over. But now that we won a championship, it actually becomes interesting again. But since we won a championship already, I don't think I'm going to do anything crazy this offseason. I think we're going to run it back with these boys and keep it going, right? Let's ride it till the wheels fall off, until these guys decide to retire. Although, might be a good thing for Kawhi and Harden to retire on that because, it's not, and Beal, not to mention. They're all like, what, 33? Well, I mean... yeah, James Harden could retire, Kawhi could retire if they wanted to, but I imagine they won't. If they do, that's cool too. But we get some 7 VC from that, cool. James Harden Finals MVP. All right, let's see retirement. So we got James Harden is going to call it a career, and honestly, I'm not going to stop him. Bogdan is going to retire as well. Honestly, if Kawhi Leonard wanted to retire, I would not blame him, but he is not going to call it. So Harden is going to call it a career on that championship, which I think is... I want to bring it back though. Even though he should... I'm gonna bring him back because again, I don't think I'm gonna do anything crazy throughout this video now that we got that already. So that was a big bailout for me not to have to build like a crazy team now after this. Because now while we could have went into free agency, gone crazy with our cap situation, I mean there's no need to now. So 30th overall pick. Let's go see what we can do with number 30. So we got Gregor Ellis, JJ Andrews, starter. I mean, I don't know anything about these guys, so. I mean, we definitely need to start thinking about the future with JJ Andrews. We'll take him late here, 70 overall. Player options, Yannick and Cam Christie. 2 guys that are probably going to play a little bit next year. I mean, Yannick already did. Kobe Brown, somebody I want to bring back as well. And then Kawhi and Harden are both free. I mean, all these guys are free agents, basically. So, I think we'll do kind of what we've been doing. Let's just do, like, player option things. Like, let's just do that with both of them. Kawhi is getting a legitimate offer from the Bucks. So, is there a chance he would go somewhere else? I don't think so, right? And does Beal give us? Beal, we still don't have. Okay, so the Bucks are actually Kawhi's preferred destination right now. So that actually becomes kind of an interesting thing. But I guess we'll offer him more money. Let's let him play until he's good to go then. So we'll give him a 3-year deal and we'll give him a no trade clause, I guess, as well, just to get him to sign here. So let's see if he will accept that now. We are still not his off. Okay, do I have to give him like the damn max contract to get him to come back? Holy crap. Why? Do you want to go on another side quest to win another franchise a championship? Just come back to the Clippers. Damn, dude. Okay, I'll give you, what about 53 million, or 2 years, 53 million. Come on. What about that now? Is it more torrent? Never mind. I thought I saw something different. Okay. Kawhi Leonard. Okay. I have to give this man everything and then some, I guess, to bring him back. We've used all of our offers, but let's, I'm going to fix it until I get it to where he wants to come here, basically. Finally, Kawhi is going to accept our offer. I had to throw a damn no trade clause in there. So Derek Jones, I'm going to do kind of something similar with him where we're going to go, 1+1. We're going to go basically on one final ride here again, even though I said last year was. But Kobe Brown's young enough where he's going to get a multiple year deal. So we'll bring all these guys back. We'd love to bring Bradley Beal back too if he's willing to sign again. I don't know if he would be, but would definitely be down to have him again. It doesn't say we can right now. Let's see what Beal is looking at. So $27 million. So we're probably going to have to do that same trick where we just take him to the last day of free agency and see if he's willing to sign for cheaper. But he also might get signed somewhere else for all we know. So we'll just have to hope and pray that maybe we can get him back again for one final run to go back-to-back potentially. Even though we already got one. So if nothing else, this video was already a success. So we'll take it regardless of what happens. But all right, where's Beal? Is he gone now? That's centers. We don't need that. So Bradley Beal... you are here, 24 million. Would you accept? Yeah, he would. So he comes back again. W. So Bradley Beal's back again. We got James Harden, and everyone's still doing their thing. Cam Christie's now up to a little bit more. So yeah, final run here to try to go back-to-back, basically. Already got our championship in year 2. Got somewhat close in year 1, got to round 2. We went far with the Thunder, but we gave Steve Ballmer what he wanted at the end of the day. And now this this final season is just for entertainment purposes at this point. We already got our championship, thankfully. So at the end of this season, Wemby wins MVP, Mika's Rookie of the Year in Denver, Boozer's your 6th man, Wemby's your D-Play, Most Improved goes to Tristan Vukovic, and then Cade's your Clutch Player, Cade's your Coach of the Year, and Hobson is your Executive. So here's all my first team. James Harden continues to be just fantastic, even at 38 years old. This time he averaged 29. Okay. I mean, I barely noticed that he averaged 27 last year, but now he's averaging 29. I don't know if James Harden's going to give back to that. We haven't seen that in a long time. But man, that would be cool. Kawhi Leonard makes an all-offensive team as well. So here was your or stats is what I meant to go look at. So we had 29 from Harden, 20 from Bradley Beal, and 20 from Kawhi Leonard. So the UNC squad is still doing their thing, even though I will say it's probably not the most realistic that these guys are scoring. Well, 20 and 20 is not like out of realism. James Harden, though, I think is scoring 29 at 38 is totally unrealistic. Unfortunately, 2K's regression and progression rate is just kind of broken. So like I did change it to where they don't regress as much, but I guess since I did that, maybe there's a better balance I could get to, but now he's progressing like crazy and still doing his thing. I don't know. That's probably why we already won a championship. If I would have kept the regression rate the way it was, we probably would have never even been close to winning in this video. But I've done that for a bunch of older players in my file. So we're going to play the Thunder in round 1, which they ended up beating us earlier. So let's see if we can get revenge against them. We do win game 1. We're up 2-0. And they even it up potentially here. Yep. They win 2. And now we win game 5. And we're going to a game 7. So game 7, Dallas is awaiting us on the other side if we are to win here. First quarter starts out nicely. Second quarter, we win again. Can we hang on here to go to the second round against the Mavericks? We sure can. James Harden 38, 10 and 14, 34 from Bradley Beal. So again, the young squad, man, still doing their thing. All right, so Dallas Mavericks at this point, we all are aware of how good they are in the 2K Sam. Cam Christie versus Max Christie as well. Little side note there, but they're up 1-0 and they're up 2-0. This is probably where it comes to an end if I had to guess. Yep, we're down 3-1 and we lose in 5. So I'm glad we got our championship last year. We'll see who goes on and win it all now. Probably the Mavericks, and they do go on and win it all. So Cooper Flag is your Finals MVP. So the Clippers, they're going to be a fun team, man, for next year and the year after that potentially. But we all know eventually, once Kawhi is gone, this team is probably going to be a mess. But the one thing they have going for them is Ballmer is a great owner as far as, trying to make the team good. The secondary print will limit him as much as possible, obviously. And they are Los Angeles, so they're a free agency destination, even though free agents don't leave or don't ever hit free agency anymore, it seems like. But that'll be it for me, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Next video will be a Thunder new look rebuild if it does drop, which I think it will, unless if we get some other breaking news that pushes that video out even further, then maybe I will never show it. But this is Crushables. I'm saying peace.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.